Good morning children, welcome for today's lecture. Today also I am taking grammar portion. Yesterday and day before yesterday's lecture I think so, I had explained to you about conjunction and interjection. That is lesson number 14 and lesson number 15 from a grammar textbook. Isn't it? I had explained the definitions to you. I hope you might have understood. Please keep it registered in your mind. Don't forget, this is not only for this class, it is applicable for higher classes also. So again, I will have a recap of what I explained to you. Conjunction. Conjunction means that there are words used to join phrases, clauses, sentences. Understood? An example also I told you, the boy was unhappy because he had lost his book. Because, joining two sentences, underline, that is conjunction. Which joins a word, phrase, clause, sentence, that is conjunction. Now comes interjection. What is interjection? Interjection means that express strong feelings. Then it is always followed with exclamation marks. What are the words used for exclamation? Alas, hooray, ouch, wow. All those things are used for exclamation. So, this conjunction means words used for joining clauses, phrases, sentences. Interjection means to express strong feelings, and it means exclamation marks, and exclamation words are alas, hooray, ouch, wow, all those things. Isn't it? With example I had explained to you. Today I am explaining to you about homophones. In the textbook, after the lesson is over, description about homophone is there. So concentrate it properly. What is homophone? See, homophones are words that sound the same but are spelt differently and have different meanings. In order to identify homophones, you have to say the words out aloud. So, two sections. What it is? What are homophones? Homophones are words that sound the same. While pronouncing, it will sound the same, but meaning is different. Understood? Then in order to identify, you have to say the word said. In order to identify whether it is a homophone or not, you have to say it loudly. So what are the 2 points? Homophones. Homophones means that which sounds the same sound but different meaning. In order to understand, we have to say it aloud. Example, cereal. Here I forgot L. Cereal. See, this is pulses. Cereal means you know, no? Then blue. Blue means flow away. Blue means color. 8. 8 means I ate, then 8 number. Then again one more comes hair. H-E-I-R, hair. Then H-A-I-R, hair. In the same way, no. See, spelling same. Pronunciation same. But the spelling is different and the meaning is also different. That which sounds the same and have different meanings, and to know whether it is a homophone, you have to say loudly. So understood what is homophone? Homophones are words that sound the same but have different meaning. And to understand whether it is a homophone or not, we should say it loudly. See, example are given here. Sounds the same, different meaning, spelling different, and in order to know it is homophone, I have to say it loudly. So this is homophone. Got it? Understood? Now next, phrase. See, phrase, sentence, all those words. Now what is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words which conveys some meaning but does not make complete sense by itself. Phrase means it conveys, means it passes, it gives little bit of meaning but not complete. Very important, keep it in your mind. What is a phrase? Phrase. Always we see in question in your grammar textbook, in a textual lessons, all those. Then what is the meaning of phrase? That you should understand first. So what is phrase? It conveys some meaning but does not have complete meaning. A sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. Always in the first grammar sentence lesson itself, what is a sentence? Sentence means a group of words that makes complete sense. If my name is so and so. So that is written in a complete way. So that is a sentence, and after that a full stop is added. Understood? A phrase is always a part of the sentence. This phrase, it becomes a part of the sentence. So what are the 3 points? Phrase conveys some meaning but does not have complete meaning. Then it is a part of the sentence. For example, bunch of grapes, person of great wealth. Then happiness is the strength of health. Understood? So all these phrases are there, and it is written in inverted commas. See, bunch of grapes. See, group of words. It is a phrase but doesn't make complete sentence meaning, isn't it? And this can become a part of sentence. So that is phrase. Understood now? So this is, always understand, friend, what is a phrase, what is sentence. Phrase means group of word but does not make complete meaning, and it is a part of the sentence. And what is a sentence? Sentence means group of words that makes complete meaning and is ended with a full stop. My parents are going to Delhi tomorrow. See, I've completely written and I put full stop. That is sentence. Going to Delhi. No. Words are there but not complete meaning. So understood? So this is, see again, homophones, words that sound same but have different meaning. And the word we have, in order to understand whether it is homophone, you should say loudly. Examples are given here. Now in the same way, phrase is a group of words which conveys some meaning but does not have complete sense. Then it is a group of words that make complete sense, is a sentence. A phrase is always a part of sentence. An example is given here. Understood? See, so write it in your book and try to solve the other questions also in your book, because fill in the blanks are there here for the homophones and all. One, C-O-N-E, one, W-O-N, one. Allowed, here it is written allowed, A-L-L-O-W-E-D. Wait, W-A-I-T. In your exercises given, you can do it. Understand and do it. Homophone means what it is, sounds the same but have different meaning. Understood? And phrase, group of words which does not have complete meaning. Okay? So I hope you might have understood today's lecture. Tomorrow we will take the rest part of the lesson. Almost all lessons till this is the 15th, 16th and 17th lesson of your grammar book. Isn't it? There's homophone and phrases. In your grammar book it is lesson number 16 and lesson number 17. So read the phrases, and your book, this book is very important, and all the definitions are given in a simple manner. Understood? So we will continue with another portion in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Thank you.